Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same with the Grizzly Gentleman, 10% off at checkout on your fantastic beard products. Or you could shop via the TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below to help support the show. And last but of course not least, you can go to Grey Viking Games with the affiliate link below to pillage some sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theric6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. And today, we're playing some Abzan. So, it's Friday. Means it's Abzan time. Now, we have recently received the Historic Anthologies 4. Nothing from that set is something that I want to add in to Abzan. However, the modifications of the metagame is something that I kind of have to predict for a deck like this. Since essentially the only card that really matters in that anthology out of the entire 25 is Death Shadow, I've modified the main deck slightly to deal with Death Shadow decks a little bit more. This does make my deck a little softer against the blue-white control decks, but my sideboard against the blue-white control decks was relatively okay in the first place. So you can see that we've completely gotten rid of Skyclave Apparition. That thing can't block. I need to be able to block. I put in a Apostle Purifying Light. Now, this is a double duty, because Rakdos Sack decks are still going to be running around, and Arcanist decks are likely going to also include Death Shadow. So we plopped that in there. We've diversified our removal spells a little bit. We haven't changed the sideboard at all. But yeah, that's essentially it. Today... Ooh, look, Death Shadow. Today is Friday, which means we're playing Abzan. Tomorrow is Saturday, which means we're going to be playing Death and Taxes. But Sunday, I will be playing Death Shadow. It likely won't be the Death Shadow list that I have currently, although the current Suicide Black is a pretty decent shell. Essentially, you play all the shock lands that have black. You play things like Thoughtseize, you play Murderous Rider, and you just hurt yourself, and you play a big 1-drop. So what we really want to do is go against... this hand is probably fine, actually. We want to go against decks that are running Death Shadow. And now you might realize that Ashiok is gone, and we're back to the days of the Eternal. That's because we just got a cat? Hells yeah. Do I want to turn 1 this? I think I do. I don't want to hurt myself too much, though. Okay. Well, good to know. I'm going to get rid of that. So we're on Rakdos. Oh, we're on Mardu. This is definitely a Death Shadow deck. They're playing Adanto Vanguard. This is absolutely Death Shadow. The thing that's good about Adanto is that you can pay a ton of life into it to make Death Shadow very large. They play Kroxa. We drop the Swamp here. I don't think you should be playing Kroxa in a Death Shadow list. It's not very large, but it should be fine. Doesn't immediately die to Fatal Push. The main issue here is that I don't have any follow-ups because my metabase hates me. Fudge. Claim the Firstborn should be banned. It just stops people from being able to play creature decks, and it really hurts mid-range decks more than it already is hurt. Like, mid-range is not great right now, unless you count Arcanist, which I don't. But yeah, now they get to sack it, yeah. I'm boned because of that interaction, dude. And drawing poorly does not help. Damn, even Apostle doesn't help in that situation. Arcanist, sure. I can't get rid of that with Conquer's Death. I can't cast the Liliana here. So I'm probably going to get Thoughtseized. Wouldn't see it. So this, in my opinion, my opponent is not doing the correct thing with... I'm fighting someone in bronze right now. Well, Wizards, that's just rude. I assume they're going to sack their supplier. My opponent, it seems like they literally just took a Rakdos Arcanist deck, threw in white for Adanto Vanguard, and added in Death Shadow. Like, there's no way you throw in Indatha Vanguard without having Death Shadow, and I'm pretty sure this is just not the way you're supposed to build this deck. What's that for? Plier? Sure. Fucking village rights here. I'm literally might as well -4 here.
This isn't your average
Plussing.
zombie horde. Impressive, isn't it?
Plussing is not great for so many reasons. So my opponent next, like, they're absolutely going to sack the supplier here. Next turn, they can play a Cruxa and give it haste. Yeah, red, black, black,
Never heard
red,
anyone.
generic, and they can play. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what my opponent has done. I'm going to lose to it, sadly. But I think that shows the power of the Arcanist deck, and more specifically, like the pivot point for this matchup was the Claim the Firstborn into the Village Rights. Now, I think Village Rights is strong, but I don't think it doesn't warp the meta the same way that Claim the Firstborn does. Also, I'm very surprised they. I mean, I guess they can still cast the Crux. I just figured they would give it haste. I'll just lose. I guess I lose the Thoughtseize. Well, the Conqueror's Death doesn't hit like anything in this deck because of Luris, so I'll just get rid of that. I'm probably boned to this matchup anyway. Questing Beast. I'm gonna Thoughtseize. We're at functional in 6, just so you know. Okay. Death Shadow, Climb to Fame. The one nice thing about Death Shadow is that it doesn't have Trample. Maybe I should have gotten rid of Fatal Push, actually. Yeah, I should have gotten rid of Fatal Push. Claim. I guess they could have gotten Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yeah, I don't know. None of them were good options, unfortunately.
This looks like a fun new toy.
So let's see. We definitely want to grab Skoos. We definitely want Yasharn. Authority might be fine. If we have room for Kaya, Kaya's fine, but we definitely go in Skoos, maybe even Night of Autumn. The issue is just like all of these things except for Yasharn, like all the creatures I want to bring in except for Yasharn, just get hit by Claim.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Well, I mean, this is nice, I suppose. Death Shadow. They can ate themselves. Yep. Oh, I'm just dead here. Oh, no, I guess not, because Oh, no, yeah, I'm just dead here. Definitely want the Scoots. I think I still want the Night of Autumn. I definitely want the Yasharn. Vorinclex is great because it's a big dude. These two aren't the best. Try creature enchantment. Sacrifice. Good card, good card, good card. Even Grakmaw just gets to block twice. Although I guess like that's the thing, right? Like they steal this, then they sack it. They now have an extra card, right? Like it's I don't think I want I definitely don't want this. Going first. Oh, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I get rid of. So Night of Autumn. I guess Night of Autumn in this situation is literally only going to be. Those are not my opponent's cards. Interesting. Apparently the anthology has messed up Assistant a little bit. I guess Night of Autumn isn't hitting anything, it's just in for life. I think maybe I also get rid of a Grakmaw. Do I want the Authority? I guess not. It could definitely help in certain situations, but I don't think this is the right matchup for it. If I had a black source. Okay, I can keep this. Don't know what to get rid of. Probably just this. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I draw on turn 2, turn 3. So I have three draws to get another land for binding. Alternatively, I can drop one of my 4 drops. You keep the Skoos every time. I'm keeping this. Did that? Yep. The tail went directly through this part of the architecture. So we have Fatal Push, which is nice. I'll just play Skoos out. I do need to, like, kill my opponent. This is probably going to get hit with the Fatal Push or something. Yep. I at least had the cooler Fatal Push. Okay, so I can Fatal Push this. And we got our land. That's nice. I'm just not even going to give them a chance to do annoying things. They could Thoughtseize me here. They just get to take one of these, if that's the case. Elsewise, I get to just Questing Beast. Kroxa. Yeah, I need to kill my opponent, so I'll get rid of the binding. It's the riskier of the plays. I could have gotten rid of a land, but I just think that's pushing it in terms of my luck. I hate everything. I should have pushed the land. So let's see if they're dumb and crack this Fabled Passage. Okay. I guess they're not. Because now they can kill my Questing Beast with another Fatal Push. That I hope that they don't have. They've only been through 10 of their cards. Can't cast this yet. Okay. I assume they get a black. Oh. They might need white. Well, they didn't get it. They do have the Fatal Push. Of course they do. Put that in hand. Play a card. Well, I would have lost the thing anyway, I suppose. Can you please? I guess I want Yasharn or Apostle. They can just Cruxa here if they want. Have a 1/1 Death Shadow. They're going to Thoughtseize me. Go down to 10. This will be 5 damage. I'll take 6 here, go to 14. Oh, I should mention, I think that if you want to, I think that potentially a good way of beating these Death Shadow decks is by just like playing a controlling burn deck, where the idea is you wait until your opponent puts them, like you play a bunch of removal, you play a little bit of card draw, you play burn. Then what you do is you essentially wait until your opponent like has put themselves down a lot, and just like pew pew pew, they're dead in 1 turn, right? I don't know if that's great, but it's an idea. But the existence of Death Shadow makes me think that the creature decks are going to be having an even harder time competing, right? They already had Claim to deal with. The Jund Sack value and the Arcanist value were pretty high and hard for the creature decks to deal with. When I say creature decks, I mean not the like all-in aggro decks, right? Like even Gruul is not doing as well as I would expect, based on the card they have access to. Oh my goodness, it's not Death Shadow. Well, I would like to know what it is. Not what I expected. Pleasantly surprised. I'm not at all surprised that my deck hates me and is slow. Trying this is pretty bad. They get to play this. They play the Marshal first. Interesting. Would have liked this last turn, thank you very much. So I killed this. I take 3 next turn. Then I can't block with either of my creatures. Guess I could block the wolf. Oh! Right. So I can play this. Do I want to Thoughtseize? I'd go to 5. Thoughtseize is super risky. Next turn, I'm playing Liliana. Go to 5, can't block that. I go to 2. Oh, right. I should have gotten rid of Declaration instead. No, I died either way. Yeah, damn. Well, we definitely love these. That's for dang sure. It looks like they're playing some very odd version of Death and Taxes, essentially. Let's see. I don't hate the Kaya. It's kind of it, though. I don't hate anything here. I think this deck maybe just needs more 2 and 3 drops. I feel like I never get that number right for mid-range decks. Yeah, see, this is decent. Got a good turn 1 land. Turn 2, I get an Apostle down. Not gonna help in this matchup, but eh. It's the 2-drop that I have. Legion's Landing, it's fine. I don't care about that. Next turn I can Grakmaw or Knight. They're like, why did you bring this in? Not sideboard card. This blocks Death Shadow all day long. Yeah, they're playing an interesting version of Death and Taxes. Don't know if I love it, gonna be honest. I can flip this, which I don't want to happen. But I also don't want a Sward to stay on the battlefield. Decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna play Grakmaw here. Not gonna attack. Why's the clue art so stretched out on that? That doesn't look right. I don't know. Arena! Keep this on. Declaration in stone? Well, that's just rude. This looks fine. Huh. Wow, okay, a lot of Variable Inspectors going on there. Go and play Grakmaw. Hold up my Fatal Push. Maybe I am fine with Variable Inspector. Some people have asked me, that's not what I expected. I guess they're just gonna get Bloodchief's thirsted. But yeah, people have asked me what I'm gonna... I think I have to kill this. Also, why would you not play this first? Very strange. That's fine. People ask me what I plan on playing for Death and Taxes from the anthology. We definitely are going to play Declaration in Stone. I think a lot of people are saying this card's Garbo, but like it's one of the cards that this deck desperately needs. And then I was considering Thurban Inspector, but seems not terrible. Don't know why they're playing snow-covered lands unless they're playing Faceless Haven as well. Scry 2. Flicker that. Sure. So they're getting like good card advantage from this, so reasonable, I suppose. Let's see what's in their hand, I guess. Well then. I mean, they top like a sword. I'm kind of screwed, but I attack here. Yeah, I think I want to start attacking. Didn't expect that. I guess I have another clue. Clutch. Incredibly clutch. Okay, next turn I can play my Klex. And hopefully I can ride a Klex to victory. Although, frankly, I doubt it. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, they can kill my Klex this turn. They're going to lose their entire board. But I'm pretty sure I still have to attack with everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, damn. Okay. Kills the most. Discard Garbo. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, real talk, Declaration Stone, Thraven Inspector. Don't love the baffling end, but works. I mean, this D&T list has 2 cards in hand right now. Hey look, we have another Grakmaw. Looking for a Planeswalker, my other Vorinclex, Scavenger, Questing Beast. I mean, playing against this just makes me want to play Death and Taxes right now. I'm dead in 2 turns. I don't think there's any single card that could save me, right? I guess Nighthawk Scavenger is still an out. Because we got creature, artifact, sorcery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm down to 5 here. I think I have to exact. Well, I thought that my Abzan list was good. Maybe it's only good against the decks that I played the previous 2 videos. Okay, the Apostle of Purifying Light, probably an overreaction. That said, like, I think I need to like take this into more of an Abzan control route. I still have like a lot of 2s, a lot of 1, 2s, and 3s. But instead of having creatures on the 2s and 3s, just like have removal, I guess. Then 4, 5s, and 6 is where I kind of have like my big plays for the end game or against control. I really don't know. I mean, Fatal Push was fine. Like my removal package always feels fine. These are still in here because they are helpful against control. Apostle, we only played one, and it's. I mean, that's the thing. That's just the thing. I think Claim the Firstborn. Like, I need to be playing 2-drop and 3-drop creatures against control, right? Grakmaw is important because it's a nice thing that has 2 bodies, so that when I play it against control, I can keep some sort of pressure on them. But when I play against the aggro decks, where this is meant to be a blocker, it gets stolen and sacrificed and turned into huge card advantage for my opponent. So there's possibly a better card that I'm not thinking of that I can use in this slot. One of the cards I used to play was Growth Chamber Guardian. It's possible it's time to go back to Growth Chamber Guardian, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I went from like a couple weeks ago being super high in this deck, and now I'm like super low on it. Not much of a deck talk this time, but I typically don't talk too much about the decks that I play weekly. Usually I'll just ask, what are your thoughts? What things need improving? I'm also considering doing something potentially scuffed. I've been thinking, and this is one of the reasons why I asked you what you all consider a Jundlite. I've been thinking about expanding Abzan Fridays to not just being true Abzan. Essentially turning it to Jundlite Fridays, where I'd play, Jund decks, Abzan decks, mostly, for what it's worth, mostly Jund and Abzan. From time to time, we'd see a Mardu, we'd see a Sultai. But yeah, I've been considering that. So I kind of want to know your feedback on that. This way I can kind of expand the Fridays a little bit more. Show some things. Mardu midrange, Jund midrange is actually a thing that I've been wanting to play for a while, but I didn't know. Let me know. Very pensive episode. Anyway, feel free to send me nonsense. I'd also like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwin, Malik, and Balater, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links in the description down below. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the show. And until next time, all will be one.